What's up, guys? It's your boy Black, back with another video. Today we're going to break down Audnzd. If you're new to the channel, my name is Laurent, but you can call me Black. If you ever have any problem, feel free to reach out and I'll be sure to help you as soon as I can. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. So Audnzd, as you can see here, I'm looking at the fundamentals that are going to happen today. There was a news retail sales of Aussie in the morning, but it didn't have any impact. Like it doesn't have any impact right now because it has already passed. So the coming news are only for the US dollar. So if you're thinking of taking any trades on the US, you should be very, very careful because there are a lot of fundamentals today and tomorrow of the US dollar. So as you can see, the Aussie is safe and the Z doesn't have any fundamentals today. So we're going to dive right into the currency pair, see what we see. Okay, so starting from the monthly time frame, we can actually see that prices are in between these two ranges here, right? Prices are ranging between these two zones here, this major support zone and this major resistance area, and in between this minor resistance and support area. Now, looking at this time frame here, we can actually see that prices are ranging, but then they're creating lower highs. That means in the lower time frames, the prices are in a downtrend. That means the prices are pushing low because prices are creating lower highs, as you can see here. And then it created this higher high, but it didn't break below above this high. So then this market structure held this minus resistance area. Now, looking at the current situation, if we look for the anchor candlestick, it will be obviously this bullish candle here. But then the previous month's candle closed below this bullish engulfing candlestick. So that means the bulls are no longer in control and the bears are taking over, right? So with that in mind, having this bearish trend in mind from the monthly time frame, we can actually go to the lower time frames and look at the market structures and see if we can get a possible opportunity to take a trade. Excuse me. So from the weekly, we can actually see that prices broke below this ascending trend line strong, very strong. Like last week, it was a strong bearish engulfing candlestick, which is our weekly anchor. That means the bears are in control after they broke out of this trend line. And it was a valid trend line because it had two solid touches, right? So it was a valid trend line, and then prices broke below it before bouncing off this support area, failing to break it. So I'll be looking for prices maybe give me a retest on this trend line before they actually push low and keep on heading lower until this major resistance area down here. You know, that's my long-term view. So on the daily, we can actually see that prices broke below this structure here, below this resistance. It was a support area, now it has been broken and turned into resistance, while still retesting this weekly trend line here. As you can see, prices have retested this weekly trend line all the way up here. It's a bigger picture. It's a very big picture. Like you gotta have that bigger picture in mind while trading. So, oh man, okay, it's coming along. Never mind. But anyways, we saw it from the weekly structure. It's right here, this one right here. So it started off, and then prices are right now all the way up here, right, on the daily. So we can see that prices have retested that trend line. So let's try and confluence the Fibonacci first and foremost because it has broken this previous low. I haven't placed the Fibonacci. Let's see if it will actually resonate. So we're going to start off this high because it's a downtrend, right? And then try and place it down here all the way to this low. I'm going to use this low because this one here is very sharp and it looks like it was fundamentally affected, like it wasn't a normal move, it was fundamentally affected. If you remember last week, we had interest rate of the Aussie. That's what affected this move here, right? So it was fundamentally influenced. It wasn't the market structure that moved it. So I'm going to use this low here. Okay, nice, nice. So our zones are golden zones, the 0.5 and the 0.61, 618 are right here. The 0.618 is in this zone, while the 0.5, it has already been broken. So let's go to the lower time frames and see what the market structures are doing. Okay, this is the 4 hour. This is the 4 hour. Okay, so it looks like I affected the, never, let me just put it back. So from the daily, this zone right here, excuse me a little bit. So that zone, I'm going to look if it, the, to look for possible entries around that zone. That will be our key level because that will be our main objective, right? Now, previous 4 hour looks like it retested this zone, as you can see here, giving us a bearish engulfing candlestick. Like this is a bearish railing, one of my favorite entry candlesticks, right? But then it broke above this 0.5 and it didn't touch the 0.618. So I wouldn't be in a rush to be taking this trade, although it has retested the zone. So I'm going to the lower time frames and see if it has broken any market structures. If it has broken the market structures of a bullish trend, then we'll be looking for bearish trends. If it has broken the market structure of a bullish trend, of a bearish trend, then we'll be looking for bullish trends. Okay, so okay, this is the 1 hour. So it looks like it broke this high, right? It broke this high on the 1 hour, which was the 0.5, this zone here. So if prices reversed from here, it would have been on the 0.5 here. Prices reversed from this zone here, but they didn't. They broke above here. In the previous 2 hours, you can see there are dojis indicating a lack of momentum. That means they don't have the strength to break this zone here. So what I'm thinking, or what I'm probably looking at, or what the chart is rather telling me, right, is that um, this zone here, this very minor zone, has been broken, retested, failed to break here, broke it. The prices went back here again to look for more bearish momentum, failed to break it. It looks as right now as if prices are trying to push, but we have 50 minutes until this candle closes. So don't make any decisions before the candle closes, but this is what I'm anticipating. So we have this bearish trend in mind, right? But then we're just looking for where the market is going to start reversing. So from the 1 hour here, my view is that I'll be looking for prices to push back higher into this zone and to the 0.618 before they actually start going low. That's my first possible scenario. Or my second scenario is that this candlestick actually gains a bearish momentum, break below it, right? Break below this zone, perhaps until here, then retest this zone before going lower. So these are my two scenarios on the Audnzd from the monthly down to the 1 hour. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, give us a quick like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you will be notified whenever we release more content for you. Till next time, peace and love.